to the NICU. How may I help you?
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Once Upon Preemie Mama. I have a lot to catch up on, or a lot to catch you guys up on. I've been filming really sporadically, so this is hard. Like, documenting everything is hard. I knew it was going to be already to begin with, so I don't know why I'm saying that, but what I did want to catch you guys up on is Kingston got the okay to come home, which is spectacular news. I actually was going to head to Boston the weekend that he got that news and see him. And so I got the news that he was gonna come home. I head to Boston, which takes me 3.5 hours to get there. And then I walk into his room and there's tons of doctors inside and staff. And I'm like confused, obviously. And they're giving him a bronchoscopy, which is pretty much where they put a camera down into his airway to see what's going on, because he backtracked, like literally isn't doing well anymore. He's needing more oxygen, he's needing higher settings on the ventilator. And they have no idea why. They don't know what might have caused it, and he's been like that for a while now. So that's where we're at. Going home, not okay. So I don't really know what to do with that. Not to say that this hasn't happened to Kingston before, that he hasn't had to be put on like really high settings and getting paralytics to keep him still so that he doesn't fight the ventilator, and getting sedation so that he's not upset and agitated, because that makes things worse, and literally just having him knocked out and on really high settings. That's not something that hasn't happened to Kingston before. That has happened to him. But to get the okay to come home and then go to this and then not know why sucks. Completely sucks. I made it in at about 9 p.m. last night, and there were a whole bunch of people in his room. He had been needing help to breathe and needing the vent settings to be increased throughout the day yesterday, and then towards the end of the day it got really bad for him, and he was uncomfortable and pretty much in distress. So they had to give him paralytics to calm him down and basically have him sleeping. By the time I got in last night, he was already on paralytics, specifically because he needs to be on some kind of sedative before they start putting cameras down into him. They noticed that he has a lot of secretions down into his airways, and so they think that that might be a sign of some kind of infection going on, which may be leading to him needing more help. So I literally came in last night thinking that I was gonna see my happy boy who's usually awake and smiling and playful, but he's not doing very well. He's been able to lean his settings down on the ventilator a little bit more, and they're still waiting on the cultures to see if this is an infection, but in any case they're treating him with antibiotics already, just to get a head start in case it is. And they're thinking about taking away the paralytics today so that he starts waking up a little bit and see if he's feeling any better. The main thing is that he can't be fighting the vent. If he's awake and uncomfortable and can't breathe, he's gonna make it more difficult for the vent to pump in the air that he needs. So I don't know whether they're going to determine that it's best for him to just be like this while they figure out what is going on. They increase his dose of dexamethasone, which is the steroid that he's been on that helps open up his lungs. They're giving him fentanyl for the pain and to keep him pretty much calm. Yeah, they're giving him tons of other stuff. He had to have a femoral line put in his leg. He had to have a couple more IVs put in, one on his leg and another on his arm, just so that he can get all of these medications that he needs. So we basically hit another bump in the road, which is super unfortunate, but I know he's gonna make it out of this one. He always does. So, with that being said, when he got the okay to come home, they even had a date set up. He was gonna go to Albany Med because there was going to be a baby at Albany Med that was going to come up to Boston Children's Hospital, so they were going to swap. He was going to come on Wednesday and stay at Albany Medical Center again up until they taught us everything that we needed to know on how to take care of him ourselves at home, and then from there he'd go home. So the going home wasn't something that I was like, okay, he's gonna come home tomorrow. But he got the okay to come home and to start the process, to get the ball rolling, to move him back to a home hospital, they call it, and teach us everything and then bring him home. So I knew that was gonna take a while to happen, but it was going to happen. And then now it's not gonna happen. And now we don't even know what's caused him to slide back, and it is awful. It's just awful. But I wanted to sit down and film because this is exactly the reason that I decided to do this. This is exactly the reason that I decided to document everything and to document his trajectory, because I know how up and down this is going to be, and I know how important it is to remember, you know, all the parts of the ride. So we're gonna get through this. We definitely are. Like I said, this has happened before. I guess my baby's just really, really sensitive, and his lungs are really, really sensitive.
Look how he looks. Hi, my friend. Oh, are you pooping? Are you working on a poo-poo? Oh my goodness. You're working on a poo-poo. I guess that's okay. That's okay. That's gonna help.